Okay, so did you ever think you would hear the words Winnie the Pooh and horror movie put together? Well, that might just be the case now because there is a Winnie the Pooh horror slasher film coming out, and Winnie the Pooh and Piglet are going on a rampage. So before we get into this and explain what exactly is going on here, make sure you're subscribed, turn that notification bell on so you know when these videos drop. But let's get right into it and let's talk about this. So if you heard or haven't heard, A.A. Milne's Winnie the Pooh has been sort of put back into the public domain 5 months ago. So that means that yes, Winnie the Pooh is in the public domain, and with that, we are getting Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. What a title, right? What a title. So we got some stills from it already. You'll probably see it throughout the video, but Variety actually had an interview with the director, Rhys Waterfield, about what exactly this is and what it means. So this man is currently working on other films, including Fire NATO and Demonic Christmas Tree. So just from the sounds of that, you already know that what we're about to get with this movie, Winnie the Pooh, is going to be insane and just out of it. So he goes on to say this: because of all of the press and stuff, we're just going to start expediting the edit and getting it through post-production as fast as we can, but also making sure it's still good. It's going to be a high priority. And yes, this thing is buzzing. It's going viral. Everybody's wondering what the hell's going on. I thought it was like some parody, like little video or whatever, but no, this is a full-on movie that is going to be seen by everybody. So Waterfield actually also wrote and co-produced the film Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. It's just crazy to say it, right? So this is what basically we will see according to the Variety report. We'll see Pooh and Piglet as the main villains going on a rampage after being abandoned by a college-bound Christopher Robin. And I mean, imagine if they did a Toy Story horror movie after Andy goes to college too. That would be insane. But anyways, so we get Christopher Robin is pulled away from them and he's not giving them food. It's made Pooh and Piglet's life quite difficult because they've had to fend for themselves so much, they've essentially become feral. So they've gone back to their animal roots. They're no longer tame. They're like a vicious bear and pig who want to go around to try and find prey. So apparently the film was shot 10 days in England, and I'm just wondering, what are we about to see with this film, right? So from the shots and everything, it looks very menacing. It's giving me sort of the Strangers vibe as well. And it looks like, I'm not sure if they're wearing masks or not. Like what exactly is the whole like rationale behind Pooh and Piglet being like humans wearing masks, but I guess we'll see when the movie comes out, right? So they say also this: when you try and do a film like this and it's a really wacky concept, it's very easy to go down a route where nothing is scary and it's just ridiculous, really like stupid. And we wanted to go between the two. So I like this. I like that they're really knowing that this is wacky. It's very much so bizarre, but that's sometimes one of the things with horror movies is that sometimes they can be wacky and bizarre and they can still be horrifying. So we'll see if this one's actually going to be that case. And so they say one of the shots they have here, I'm not even sure if I can really describe it because of YouTube guidelines and all that, but just know that it's not going to end good at all. So very much so interested in seeing how they're going to pull this off. As you know, Disney does do Winnie the Pooh as well, but it's a public domain now. So it's going to be interesting what the reception will be after this movie's released. And I think this is one of the cases that we really haven't seen much or know about how it's definitely going to be headed in. But I think that we're going to be very closely seeing how Disney and other companies react to this whole thing, because I think it's going to set a precedent to where exactly like public domains will go from here and how much exactly can they be used, even if they're in the public domain, but they're still being used by a mega corporation such as Disney. So very interesting stuff, very news that I wasn't expecting to hear. As I said, a Winnie the Pooh horror movie, like who really thought about that, right? So anyways, as always, let me know your thoughts and your opinions on this below. Will you be watching this movie once it's released? What do you think about this whole thing with Winnie the Pooh being a public domain now? What do you think about Disney? Do you think that they're going to be able to get through this, or do you think that we're going to see a stop to it as soon as it happens because they're not going to allow this to happen? Let me know in the comments below. I'm really curious to know your thoughts and your opinions on it. But as always, as I said, if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, go ahead and subscribe. I have a video on The Boys season 3 coming out today, as well as a video on all the stuff you love on TV shows, music, video games, movies, all that. Some more horror stuff as well on the way. I'm just still here thinking, like, what exactly else are we going to see from this? So if you don't know, actually, Tigger will not be in the movie, if you're wondering that, because I think he isn't still part of the public domain, as he came a little later on than Winnie the Pooh did. So you will not see Tigger in this, but I'm still curious about how everything else does work out. And this just sounds like something you would have just heard on like some parody stuff, right? Like I said, when I first heard about this news, I thought that somebody made a video on YouTube or something parodying it and all of that. But no, they're just like, nope, this is what it is. There is, in fact, a whole thing where this is actually something that's going to happen. And I'm just like, okay, that is insane, but I'm here to see whatever comes out of this, and whatever they want to do with Winnie the Pooh and Piglet, you know, let's see how it goes, and watch this become like some new like horror icon now. Like, could you imagine that Winnie the Pooh being a children's icon for books, for movies, TV shows, all that, and then later down the road becomes a horror icon? That would just be insane, right? Like, that would really show us the evolution of things. But you know, it's just crazy to think about all of this happening. And like I said, I will leave the Variety report if you want to go read a little bit more about it and just see what that scene entails. I'm not definitely talking about it here because, yeah. So Waterfield also said no one is going to mistake this for Disney. When you see the cover for this and you see the trailers and the stills and all that, there's no way anyone is going to think this is a children's version of it. Because imagine that. You go to the theaters and you see Winnie the Pooh playing, but you never saw a trailer, you never saw a still, you never saw anything of this movie, and you're thinking, yeah, that's a wholesome movie right there. But no, not at all. So let me know your thoughts, your opinions down below. We are on the road to 25,000 subscribers, so make sure you're subscribed. Turn that notification bell on so you know when these videos drop. As always, that is going to do it for me. If you haven't, as I said, we are on the road to 25,000. Big giveaway coming then. But you can also follow me, Culture Elixir, on other social medias such as Twitter, TikTok, all that good stuff. As always, I'll see all of you next time. Stay safe, stay positive, my friends.